What I do is write music. It's been something I've wanted to do since I was 14 years old. And I have been doing it that long, which means I've been doing it over 70 years.
Dominick Argento is a spinner of melodies, and he has a great knowledge and zest for literature, so that what he puts together with music and words becomes something that you love to hear and that you won't forget. Center Opera was the child of the Walker Arts Center. Dominick was the first composer for the Center Opera, which is now the Minnesota Opera, and really, in a sense, became the grandfather of what is now Minnesota Opera and its heritage.
The Walker and Dominick and some of the other folks there decided to create a new kind of opera and a new kind of company that was not built on just doing La Bohemes and Carmens, but built on doing a lot of contemporary new pieces. And it was a real new kind of thought.
I don't want to sound proprietorial, but I feel that this is my opera company. They've done 7 operas of mine. I wrote the first opera that opened this, Casanova.
Casanova was an extraordinary piece. I think it's one of the great operas for its libretto, which is very hard in contemporary opera to write a good libretto, first of all, but also a comic libretto.
He's really one of the few composers who equally is at home writing for voice and writing for instruments.
My whole theory about music and the way it's structured, it begins with the voice. And that's why our phrases of music are about as long as the breath will last. The voice is the only instrument that is also the performer. It's a symbol of our humanity to me.
He is really one of the few composers that can take a voice and get the best quality out of that voice, and then match it up with masterful orchestration. What he does, especially in Valentino recently, just from moment to moment, is just magic.
The story of Valentino's simplicity itself has been done 1,000 times, the narrative. It's about a young man who came to this country full of dreams of becoming wealthy and famous. And he achieves all of that in a very fast time.
The Dream of Valentino was commissioned by Washington Opera and Dallas Opera in the mid-90s. And we decided to bring back The Dream of Valentino as part of the New Works Initiative.
It's now 100 pages slimmer than it used to be. That's like cutting your own flesh when you cut that out. But I don't resent it because I think the work has been so greatly improved by just being a little swifter. Opera has a pretty small repertoire in general, but luckily there are organizations like the Minnesota Opera which is willing to take a chance on these new works. I was told back east in Pennsylvania, where I'm born, in New York, where I was hoping to get a job, I was told that I was committing cultural suicide to move to the Midwest. I came here, my first and only job, I fell in love with the Twin Cities. The people here are more genuine about their feelings for art, their support of art, and the quantity of art that surrounds us here. I love everything that happens here. I feel more at home here than I would have felt any other place in the world.